now you're on the spot. So name all the places you worked in order as best you can. First job, second
First job I had was with my family at the Garden, and
Where was that at?
well, that was in Villa Park and Lombard.
What location or intersection?
Roosevelt
The
Road.
Garden was on Roosevelt Road near Fairfield Street, which was close to Grace Street in Lombard.
All right.
And
How old are you doing that?
we started out with 2.5 acres, and we got all the way up to 12 acres at one point.
All right.
And we raised sweet corn and tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers, green beans, all that stuff. And then we sold it at a roadside stand, and then we put a lot of it in our freezer, and we ate a lot of it because we had 8 kids. So I was probably about 13 or 14 when we started.
What are the 3 favorite vegetables you ate?
All right, and then
I used to. That was no contest. I used to love sweet corn.
You love comedy too.
There was one evening when we harvested some sweet corn from one of our new fields, and for some reason it was just so tasty. I had 13 ears of corn that night. And so that was my favorite.
all right, and then what was the next job?
Okay, my first job with non-family was Don and Angie's Pizza.
Don and Angie's Pizza.
Don and Angie's Pizza.
I have a list.
Oh my
There
goodness.
it is.
There we go.
Thank you. Wow.
You're welcome. We already sang that.
All right, and what?
Okay, so that lasted about 2 weeks, and I used to walk there all the way from Villa Park to Wheaton to go to that job. It took a long time to walk there. And then I got a job at McDonald's on the corner of St. Charles and Villa in Villa Park, and I had that job for about a year, and that was my. I was 16, so I would have been a sophomore, maybe a junior in high school.
Thank you.
All right.
And I got to the point where they really liked me there. So when I left to work more full time in the summer with my dad, they said, "Wow, man, we finally got you where you're
Let her
really
watch your elbow.
working hard and working good, and now you're wanting to leave." So they were happy with me.
You worked in the garden, and you would go to the ranch in South Dakota.
So what after
Actually, I worked
McDonald's?
for Uncle Walt and Uncle Lawrence. Mostly, both of them for a couple of summers.
I can cut it.
All right.
All right.
We
And
can get a picture. Sharon's documenting my life.
then
Hey, Lauren, you
my
want to
next
cut the
job
cake? You like
was
cutting cake.
I worked in the garden again, and then I went to college. And in the summers, I worked at my dad's factory, which was called Newman Green Manufacturing.
It looks really cute.
And I have to say, my dad was very well respected by all the ladies that ran the machines. They had women running all the factory machines, and they made
Yeah, sure.
they made aerosol valves for aerosol cans. And then also when I was away at college, I worked at D'Angelo's menswear, and then my grandpa's booster fan factory,
sit here?
little tiny factory where he made stuff. Oh. And then I worked also at a place called Great Plains. It was a catalog house.
And the
I am
Navy.
not there yet. And then one summer I worked at Bond Clothing, which was in Hillside Shopping
You
Center.
remember.
And
Leonard,
then,
look out for the cake.
yeah, I know. And then,
Thank you.
then I,
Then we will dirty more tables. Thank you.
Who's cutting it up?
I think Lauren.
Bond Clothing at Hillside.
Okay.
right, and then I joined the Navy right at the end of college, and worked for the Navy for 3.5 years. Went to Vietnam
They
for a
never
year.
taught you how to clean a bathroom.
No, we had to
Uncle
clean
Sam
the bathroom.
failed.
No, we did. We had to keep everything neat and tidy, or we'd
The
get in big
toothbrush,
trouble.
right? Scrubbing the.
But anyway,
Put your own toothbrush.
that was 3.5 years, and then I started working with my brother Kenny. We put in foundations for houses,
And that
other
was
stuff.
Mudslingers.
Yeah, the Mudslingers and Cement Peddlers Union.
That was
Ludwig,
Lenny and Kenny and Linda.
and me worked together, and there were a few other assorted
And they
guys.
put in foundations in Algonquin.
We actually didn't know. Kenny built a house in Algonquin on the other side of the river.
Yep, that crooked one.
Yeah.
The one that sunk.
And then I got married, and I thought, man, oh man, I got to do
gonna
something
be
more
easy now.
substantial. So before I got married, I went back to college and started getting my degree in teaching, my teaching certificate, and that lasted about
It's over there.
a year. And I got my teaching certificate.
And it was on the.
It was down at UIC.
Yeah, but wait, you got it on the. You got free education. 'Cause
Yeah, I
of
got the GI
bill.
Bill. They paid me several $100s a month, and Illinois State Scholarship for Military paid for all of my tuition. So
All right.
that was good. And I also, when I was getting my master's degree, I was also what they called a teaching assistant. You worked by teaching a class at college, and they paid you for it. And then, look at that.
David was
Thank you.
born.
Yes, and David. Then I got a job teaching at Elgin Academy, where David's kids go. And in fact, David was born the first year I was teaching there. And all the teachers that, like Fletch, remembered that real well. In the past, when I met him, he's brought that up a few times. And then after that, I worked for Lincoln Junior High for a year. And then I went back and finished my master's degree for a year, and I've taught at both Elgin Academy and at UIC. And then I went back to Elgin Academy for a few years. And then I worked for Kemper for about 6 years.
You did.
And that's where we met
55 years is a long
Violet.
time to
Yep, Violet and Patrick and Roman.
And then I went to work for Tom Duffy at Zurich.
I remember you working at
Scott
Zurich.
Charbonneau. And that lasted about 7 years. And then I went to work for Scott Charbonneau at Fireman's Fund or Interstate. And that lasted about 10 years. And then I went to work at Kingsway. And that lasted about 6 years.
And they closed and went to Canada, right?
No, they laid me off because of something. And then I got a job with Instech, and that lasted about 6 months.
That was the one with MJ.
Yeah, MJ.
It was this her whipping boy.
Yeah, who I wanted to
She
step.
was not a good person to work with.
Sounds like your company
I
in
wanted to
office
go in and
space.
I was
Yeah.
just
In a tech,
I was
in a
gonna
trode.
pile driver.
And then I went back to
No one talks to my
Kemper,
husband like that except me.
except this time it was in Chicago, and then that was it. That was all of it.
All right.
And,
now you got
and the
on
garden, did you say the garden and the ranch? Okay, you said that.
Yeah, I said all of it.
And which one was your favorite? Which one do you look
That's a
at?
good question.
I think the best time as my actuary was when I worked for Scott Charbonneau at Interstate.
The second time after Zurich.
After Zurich, yeah. That was a real good group of people to work with. And I was well respected. We had
Yes.
we had a nice time. It was a good
You're
group.
rooting for the Packers too now.
She crossed her.